Welcome, everybody, to another Grimm Tales, and we got a little something different for your asses to this week.
Yes, we do. Ooh, what a juicy one! I thought.
Yeah, this one's a different one.
Yes.
I think this is a good change of pace for once, because I don't think we did do. Ironically, we did do a Nicolas Cage movie last season.
Yeah. Yeah. I think if Nicolas Cage keeps making movies, hopefully,
Horror movies.
Horror movies. Yeah.
He's done his share of like there was an old school kind of horror one. It was more like a thriller horror. It was called The Wicker Man. I don't know if you remember that. It was back in the day.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. And he's done. Here's the thing. He's done so many indie movies in the past several years that God knows what he's done.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He's done so.
He might have done some movies that you would actually probably like.
Oh, I'm pretty sure.
And I say that, yeah. It's not about Nick Cage. It's you like some. I'm gonna put it up. Like some interesting movies.
I do.
Yeah.
I do. I like some fucked up movies that nobody else would watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, yeah. Tonight is a Nicolas Cage movie, and tonight we're doing a horror / action / comedy. Yeah, it's a weird combination. It is a direct sequel, which took what? Let me see, like 30s, 40, 50, 60, 70, 90.
What did we learn? The original one came out in 37, right?
90 years. It's like almost 100 years is like 90 years ago. This is a direct sequel to an 80-some-year-old movie. The original Bela Lugosi Dracula. Is what we're watching tonight. We're watching the sequel to that. We're watching Renfield, and Nicolas Cage plays the Bela Lugosi's Dracula. Because obviously Bela Lugosi's not alive anymore. Nick Cage did a really good job of playing that Dracula. Like, I don't think
blew it out of the water.
Here's the thing: if this was anything, if this was supposed to be any other kind of vampire movie, I would have said he did it badly, right? He wasn't. Because I don't like my vampires goofy.
Right. Oh, right. Yeah.
But he was playing a very old school version of a vampire, like he was playing the Bela Lugosi character, and I think he did a great job of playing that Dracula.
He was able to mix the comedy with his real horror, together so well. It was great.
Oh yeah.
Although I thought that his teeth were too big for his mouth.
You know what's funny? I actually have a little tidbit I learned. I don't have this in my notes. I actually learned this just reading shit off the back of my head. Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
He actually got his real teeth, filed down a bit so he could fit them into his mouth.
Yeah, because they were so big. Like
they were big. In order to make them look real, which you didn't see any
Yeah, they looked like they were part of his
Yeah,
mouth.
they looked like they were part of his mouth. Now, it sound like, I don't know. I will say the one thing I didn't like, and I guess there's really no way around this because, I mean, they are big. But they, when you remember those old, like, white little fang thing, like the old school little plastic things you could put in your mouth when you were a kid.
Thing you put in your mouth
during
Halloween season and shit. Yeah,
like not the good ones, the actual like old cheapy ones that you did you put in there. Yeah,
you used to. I remember we used to get them when you would buy bubble gum and shit.
Yeah, exactly.
The fake ones. Yeah.
Well, you know how you sound like you sound like That's how he kind of sounded through the whole thing. That was my only gripe. It was the way he sounded a lot, and he tried. I'm not saying it was his fault. You have those big ass teeth in your mouth. It's what's going to be.
It's going to make you sound different. Yeah, a little different. Absolutely.
So I mean, it is what it is. That's okay. That's my main gripe for right now was that. But again, that I think I don't really know if there's really other than CGI, which there was no CGI. There's a lot of practical effects in this.
Well, there was a lot of practical. Wasn't when for example when he would punch somebody, and the blood would splur backwards and everything and slow. Wouldn't that be considered?
I don't
CGI?
know. I don't know if it was CGI or practical. I'm not sure because the blood was on them.
Yeah, but there were some parts where even though the person is doing the punching, there would be blood everywhere, but then when it would cut back to them, there would be minimal blood on their person.
Yeah. That might be production error too. I'm not entirely sure.
Could be.
A little less attention to detail.
I will tell you. I don't know if I should say this now or later, but the one part when he fucking kicks the bad guy, when what's his name, the oh my god, the vampire's assistant, what's his name, Renfield. When he kicks the guy in the stomach and it goes into
and he shits himself. He shits out the blood and shit. Yeah.
Oh my god, best part of the entire.
Like all you
movie.
see is his ass just blow out, and it's the blood comes out his ass because he kicks him in the stomach.
Yeah, and what made it better was that they went into that X-ray mode. You know, that X-ray view.
You seen him like straight up kick him in the stomach.
You see his spleen rupture, everything, and his ass just exploded. It was amazing.
No, amazing. Here's the thing: this movie, it didn't have like the most gore that I've ever seen in a movie, but it had decent gore.
The gore that it had was well planned.
Yeah,
it was
like when he ripped that dude's face off when they were fighting in the apartment place, and he ripped dude's face off. That was fun. I thought that was funny. Yeah. Like, because it was so comical. Like, he ripped the guy's face off. He's like, ah! Like, if you get your face ripped off, it doesn't work that way. But it's okay. It worked for that scene.
It was done. It was done well.
But we are getting a little ahead of ourselves real quick before we get too far into it. It's just we do have a decent amount to play on this one. Before we get into any of the stuff for the show tonight, let's get the stuff out of the way. You are, of course, watching the Grimm Tales podcast. To make sure to find out as much as you possibly can about this show and more, make sure to go to nobulgi.com. That is NOBULLGI.com. You'll also find all the affiliations that we have, Synth Pop Radio, VNG Dev, and Abomination Realm, which is also some weird, creepy shit as well. So it's right there for all the viewers. It's right there, guys. You can see it right there. For our listeners, of course, NOBULLGI.com. Make sure to go to it. We have all kinds of shows. We have a very large amount of on-demand content, and we have some live content that we have as well. We have Attacking the Topic, which is live. And then we have two for me and VC. We have our own perspective gaming shows as well. So, you can find all that and more over on nobulgi.com. Also, if you want to get yourself some juicy Grimm Tales podcast merch, because we got that.
Yeah, I recommend that jersey.
You see, that jersey's sexy. You see the new logo, guys. You see the new logo there. Obviously, it's different than for all these people who are just now noticing. That's a different logo. You can get yourself that logo on a shirt on one of the new ones. We don't have any old merch for the old logo for the Grimm Tales podcast. We don't have that.
Season 1. It's all right.
Yeah, we do have some Grimm Tales live merchandise. But if you're watching this, probably by now that has changed to the new format. I won't go too far into that right now. But if you want to find out more information on that, like I said, go to nobulgi.com. Now, with all that said and done, now let's get into the juiciness of Renfield, the comedy action horror movie that we are talking about tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Totally different than what we normally do. We've never done a comedy horror movie before.
No. This would be the first time. And I'm gonna tell you, when you first brought this movie up to me, I looked at the trailer and everything. I'm like, this is gonna be a goofy fuck. No, it was goofy in a good way. It was. I'm glad you chose this movie.
Now, okay, here, got a good question for you.
Yeah,
you've now seen 2 Nicolas Cage horror movies. One was a psychological, gory movie. The other one was a more goofy movie.
Mm-hmm.
Which of the horror? Now, mind you, in the one he didn't play the villain. He played the. Well, I wouldn't really call him a hero in that. He
wasn't a hero. He was a
victim. He was a victim. And then he went crazy because we talked about that at the end. I think at the end of that movie, he just lost his mind. That's what I think. Because you seen the galaxy and shit. I think he just lost his mind at the end.
Yeah, he lost it. Yeah, he was on a permanent high throughout the whole damn movie.
He was gone at that point. Meth is a hell of a thing. And then, of course, you have this one, right? So which one do you like to see him more as in a horror franchise? Do you like to see him more as the antagonist or the protagonist?
Oh God, what a good question, but at the same time, it's an impossible one to answer. I don't know.
Here's the thing, right?
I'll be honest with you, because the movie you're referencing to is Mandy.
Yeah, Mandy.
That one still holds a high points in my mental thinking here. I mean, did I like him as Count Dracula? Absolutely. Would I rather see him more in this type or Mandy's? I'm gonna say Mandy's.
So you'd like to see him more as the protagonist?
Yeah.
Okay.
I
So
want to
here's
see
the
him more
thing.
in horror. Period. I think he does such a wonderful job.
I don't know. I like him. All right. He's done some other villain like, but if do you remember? This is not a horror movie. It's one of his action movies. When he was still in his prime, basically. I mean, he's making a resurgence. Which I'm gonna tell you right now. I am a big supporter in Nick Cage 2.0.
Oh yeah.
I want him.
With some bangers.
No, he's been making a resurgence. He did that movie where he played himself with Pedro Pascal. It was a comedy movie that he just recently did, and it was him and Pedro Pascal. And the movie is just fucking stupid, but it's stupid in a hilarious way. And it was great because he knows he's a parody. He knows he's made a lot of mistakes, so he's just having fun with it, right? Yeah. And now we have this one. And I'm a big. I want to see Nick Cage 2.0. I want to see Nick Cage make a comeback. I want to see him be able to actually get good movies, not have to deal with the bargain bins like he's been doing. Which don't get me wrong, some of them were good.
Yeah, this one was definitely not a bargain bin.
This was a AAA title from a AAA everything.
Absolutely.
So was the Pascal one.
When you owe so much money to the IRS, and you gotta take whatever you can get, I guess.
I hope he's learned his lesson, and I hope he's paying it off so we can get back to having Nick Cage. But the reason why I bring that up is because back in the day, he did a movie called Face Off. Do you remember Face Off?
I do.
It was him and John Travolta, and they switch faces and all that other bullshit. He plays the if I remember correctly, he was the bad guy in that movie. And I thought he was a good, compelling bad guy. And because he's really eccentric, he's a weirdo. Like I say that, but he's a really hardcore method actor, and he goes like really into his shit, and he's really eccentric. Like he has like fits of rage randomly and shit. Even in this, he had it many a times.
He's a very bipolar actor. He's very bipolar actor.
In this one, it actually kind of worked because he was going like that one scene where he was in the apartment with him, and he's trying to tell him how, like he's trying to gaslight him, and then he punches the table and shit. Like,
yeah, that's when you really get to see his acting behind his Dracula character.
Yeah,
when
absolutely.
He was in that apartment. He really showed you what he's capable.
Like
of
he was
doing.
getting all real, like in his face and real violent and shit. And it's just like, okay, all right, good on you, Nick. Yo, I don't know. Yeah. I thought. And here's the thing, right? If you put, it's not a 1-to-1, right? But if you put a picture, like, all right, in the very beginning of the movie, they did that flashback, right? They did it like it was the 1930s Dracula. And he even taught you, he's like, I am Dracula, right? He did it just like the original. Like if you watch the original 1930s Dracula and you watch that, he was like 1-to-1 mimicking it. And it looks like him. Even the guy who played Renfield was very convincing, played Renfield. So those two characters alone, playing them, they did a really good job of, I don't see anybody else. Like, okay, is there a better vampire than Nick Cage? Absolutely. I can name a billion better vampires than Nick Cage.
But for this role, he
nailed it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He is not the best vampire. I'm not going to say he's the best vampire. And also, he wasn't pretty.
Oh no, of course not.
Shit. After he got fucking, dude, I'm gonna tell you right now, I shit my pants. Like, you remember when they showed the beginning part after he done like blew everybody up and everything, and then he got burned, and Renfield grabs was like, "Master, are you okay?" And he's like all burnt to his skeleton. He's like, "No." like no shit. Oh man, it's like I don't know, like. I'll go into this more later on. There was another a little nod. Not enough to be bad, but there was a little nod to PC culture in this as well. What did they call him? Apache Joe? And he's like, I didn't call him Apache Joe. He calls himself Apache Joe. I'm not being offensive. Like, okay, so I mean, it was funny. I thought that was funny. Yeah. It wasn't them trying to be politically correct. They were actually making fun of PC culture. So, yeah, they referenced it there, but it wasn't egregious.
Yeah.
It worked.
And the whole you were mentioning earlier, the whole school bus full of cheerleaders and shit.
Yeah, when he made the scene, he was like, I want a whole bus, I want a bus full of cheerleaders. And then Renfield's like, girl cheerleaders? He's like, don't make this about sex. I don't care what their sex is. Like it's just
they just bring me young blood.
Yeah. And it's just, and I get the what they were doing there. They were making fun of woke culture and shit. And it is what it is. I get it. Yeah. And and it wasn't egregious though. It wasn't like they tried to make Dracula a trans woman.
Oh, woke and shit. Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you right now, man. Like, now here's the thing. Okay, going into vampires, right? Mm-hmm. Let's go into like Anne Rice's books, right? I don't know if you've ever read any of those or watched any of the movies.
Never read them.
So you never seen Interview with a Vampire or Queen of the Damned?
I've seen Queen of the Damned. I've never seen Interview with the Vampire.
Oh, you need to see it. So, apparently they remade a show of it. There's a show on Hulu or one of these fucking networks. It's an actual like show of the books, and apparently it's really the problem people have with it. Now here's the thing: everybody always likes to say I'm a bigot and shit, which is completely hilarious in its way. Yeah, but stupid. Everybody got mad when they were watching the show because there was a lot of gay sex in with the vampires, right? Here's the thing: read the books from back in the 90s.
It's in there, right?
That was in there. Vampires didn't care about sex. They were fucking. No, they were basically bisexual. There's almost every vampire that you've ever known is pretty much Dracula himself. Basically, seduced Renfield. Mm-hmm. Like got him attracted to him and shit. Like
in a sense, yeah.
Who knows? Maybe he was poking him too. I don't know.
Who knows?
I'm just saying, but vampires are known not to be like they're very, if anything, they're very bisexual. Vampires are always bisexual, in most cases, except for Blade. I think Blade was the only non-bisexual vampire that I could think of.
They made a more. He was also still kind of feminine, though, right? He was very Blade. No, I'm thinking of the wrong thing then.
Fucking Wesley Snipes, feminine? No, not at all. He'll spin kick you just for saying that.
Just for thinking it, yeah. Well, at least
plus that's Marvel too. That's back before Marvel got all woke and shit. So
yeah.
But regardless, like my thing is like vampires, they can be good or they can be bad, right? Yeah. This was a good vampire for what it was. It's not the best vampire by any means. But if you were, like I said, if you were to watch stuff like Anne Rice's books and stuff like that, there's all kinds of bi stuff in there. And I was never bothered by that because you're not doing it. Vampires have always been seductive creatures. They've always seduced men and women all the way back when Dracula was fucking back then, right? It was, there was always that hint of like, how, for example, like, I mean, come on. How can Dracula in the 1930s seduce another man to do his bidding?
Right.
It was very undertoned back then. It wasn't as open as it is now, but it was still there. And even in the books, I mean, you Bram Stoker's Dracula. Oh my God.
Yeah.
There was so much hints to it. Yeah. Vampires themselves are very seductive sexual creatures, and they don't pick a sex. It's either men or women. Like they are attracted to both. They just like victims. So. Yeah. I don't know. I appreciated this. This was a different take on it. I have no problem with what they did. It wasn't woke. And again, like we're going to have our woke meter at the end, but it wasn't really woke. And I appreciate that.
No, it was a great story. I mean, it was, the way they played it out was that he was in one of those meetings, right? In a round circle.
Yeah, like problems, like AA kind of deal. Yeah.
Yeah. So they were playing it off as how to get away from a toxic relationship. That was like basically the whole thing of the movie.
Yeah, and It was a
What?
comical rendition of an actual movie that wasn't comical. A lot of people had a problem with that too. And I'm like, I didn't really have a problem with that. It was like, whatever. I mean, the movie was from the 1930s, for fuck's sake. You're really going to critique them making, do you really want them? That's like them doing like, okay, you want the oldest vampire movie that I can think of, even older than Bela Lugosi, is probably Nosferatu. And do you want to make a sequel to Nosferatu, but still keep it a silent film in black and white, and like, and then do all the goofy shit that was in there? Like, no, you're gonna adjust it to the times and shit.
Absolutely.
So I don't know. Now, okay, let's get into some. Before we get back into some of the stories of our do's and don'ts, let's get into some of this, right? Because I think this needs to be addressed. Do you know what the budget of this film was?
I do. I wrote it down. It was $62 million and shit like that. $65 million.
$65 million. You know what I hate about people?
Why?
This movie, by all definition, was a flop. Even though it was a AAA title, it was a flop.
It made $27 million, I think, only around the world.
It made. I actually have.
I have the breakdown.
It made $26.7 million. It made $17.2 million in the United States and Canada, and then another $9.6 million in other territories.
Other regions, yeah.
It didn't even make. It almost made back half of what it spent. So this movie was, by all definition, a flop.
Absolutely.
And that makes me sad.
They couldn't even make half of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the movie should have done better. I don't know
No,
why.
it should have. You know, I can tell you. I can tell you what it is. People have this idea. Nick Cage has been typecast. Everybody looks at Nick Cage and they're like, that's going to be a crappy movie because that's all. Nick Cage only makes crappy movies. And that's not true, because even some of his bargain bin movies that he's done, Mandy was a bargain bin movie.
Yeah, but it was a great film.
That's on Shudder.
Yeah, yeah.
That was a straight to Shudder. Wasn't that a Shudder original?
It was a Shudder original.
Yeah.
Bottom of the barrel type movie.
Bottom of the fucking barrel. And that movie was actually weird. Yeah. But appreciatively weird.
It was.
It wasn't some generic fucking film. It felt like an old school film. So everybody's got this bad taste in their mouth. They're like, oh, Nick Cage only makes shitty movies. So I'll wait. I will wait until you know what I think should happen? And now I say this, okay. There's a good and a bad to this, right? With the whole writer's strike that has or is going on, right? I don't, as of time of the recording. There's a pro and a con, right? I think that we should stop relying, because most people, like, for example, I don't like to go to, for example, you know what I just recently watched? And it's still in theaters right now. I watched The Flash.
Okay.
But it's still in theaters as of right now. As of time of recording, it's still in recording. It's still in the theaters.
Right.
I rented it for $20 off of Amazon. They were like, you know, they had that like digital early release type shit or whatever.
Yeah.
So I paid $20 for the rental, which is the most expensive rental I've ever paid for. But but compared to what I would have spent to go to the movies, I would have spent like $40.
Of course.
So I spent half the price just sitting in the comfort of my own house with my own snacks and my air conditioner. Now on my big screen TV, so forth and so on. $20. So here's the thing, right? While I do believe we need to start looking at success differently, because success not going to the movies doesn't mean that it's a bad movie. We talk about movies being a flop, not because they were bad movies, and then people hear that. Like when we sit there and say, "Oh, this movie by all definitions was a flop," people hear that and they're like, "Oh, it must have been a bad movie." It wasn't a bad movie.
No. See, people are programmed nowadays that if it doesn't make it to theater, right? Or if it just makes under the amount, or if it's a particular actor, it's automatically garbage.
Well, no, but because that's the way it's always been, right? That was the way it was.
Programmed.
Yeah, because that way in the 80s and the 90s and so forth, it's like the box office, right? The box office was to determine how many people were to go see the movie. Do you know how many good movies this year? Like, okay, I don't know for a fact. I haven't seen it yet, but you got like Indiana Jones, right? Everybody says the movie flopped because it did bad financially. But really, did it though? I don't know. But did it really?
I don't know. I haven't seen it, but I'm sure if I watch it, I may like it.
There's a couple movies that I've seen already this year that said it was bad, but they weren't bad. Here you go. We got the Saw movie that will be in here eventually, right?
Oh,
if it hasn't already been in the mix, because like I said, we don't know which episodes or what yet. I guarantee you that box office is probably going to be a flop for that movie.
Very possible. Very possible.
Even though it's Saw and it should probably get better ratings, I don't know. It's just, I think, but again, here's the flip side. We can't rely on digital media because, I mean, obviously they're fucking people too. Well, right? Netflix and all these motherfuckers, they're screwing all the actors, right? There has to be some new kind of approach to it. If we want the film industry to survive and not land up like the music industry is, we really need to find a new way of judging what's good and what's not, and not Rotten Tomatoes and Metascores, and not fucking the box office scores.
Yeah, I don't know. I like the whole movie theater thing, but I think we need to leave movie theaters for those that want to go. But these movies need to start being released digitally and in the theaters.
I think so too. No, I do.
And count everything together, not just the fuckers that go to the theater, because that's all they're counting.
In
my opinion, there's more digital streamers than there are moviegoers.
Oh yeah, absolutely. When we had the whole COVID thing going on and everything was going straight to streaming services, I watched so many movies. I watched Godzilla versus Kong when that came out. I go watch all these movies because they were releasing the Batman movie, the last Batman movie that came out. That released that was an HBO Max at the time exclusive because it's that's Warner Brothers. So I watched that right there, and I enjoyed that.
I get it. Movie theaters is an American icon thing. You know what I'm saying? We've had that for years, but it's time to move on. I think. I'm
not saying we need to get rid of it, but
that's what
I think keep it for those who want, and then release them simultaneously.
Yeah.
Those who want the movie experience, because there are people who actually do enjoy the movie experience.
Yeah.
And then there's people who would rather sit in their own home theater and watch their shit.
Yeah. Count those moviegoers and also count the digital watches, because we need to start grouping them.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Why the fuck aren't we counting plays and shit?
We're not. No, we're not. They're just counting the box office.
Yeah, they're not saying, people when it went to streaming service, it got played hardcore.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know why, but they don't. Yeah, it's like some way, and I think it's just Hollywood.
It's a broken system. It's a broken system that
move away from that for whatever reason.
They don't know how to do it. But I am disappointed in the fact that the movie didn't do as well as it should have. I think it should have at the very least broken even.
Yeah, I would say half of it. Yeah.
Yeah, at least make its money back, break even, right?
$5 million is a lot of fucking money.
How much do you think? I would like to actually. You know what? Oh man, I want to know. You know what? I'm going to do it on the show. Fuck it. I'm going to do it on the show. I'm going to find out. I want to know how much he got paid. Let me see.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let's see. How much did Nicolas Cage make off of the film Renfield? Let's see what he has to say.
According to Celebrity Net Worth, my sources tell me Nick is making in range of $4 minus $5 million for his work in Renfield. That's a perfectly respectable amount, but far cry of his peak per movie salary.
$5 million? He made $5 million off the movie.
I mean,
don't get me wrong. I'd like $5 million.
Yeah, that's not nothing I'd like.
Apparently, they say that's the peak of what he makes right now. He doesn't make that's the highest is what he makes.
Yeah, yeah. He's not a Brad Pitt or anything like that right now yet.
Fuck. Well, no. Even Brad Pitt's not Brad Pitt anymore.
Yeah, not no more either. So I don't know who is the highest Hollywood. Besides The Rock.
I was going to say, if you really want that answer, that's an obvious one. It's one of the highest paid actors right now is The Rock. Yeah. Which, let me get started. Oh, man. Let me tell you something. I've lost a lot of respect for him over the years.
Oh, me too, dude. I was a bigger fan of him doing wrestling than I have been doing his movies.
Which I'm not. I'm not mad at his hustle, but
I get it.
He's apparently a really slimy son of a bitch.
Mm-hmm.
He's been doing some really slimy shit. And you know what? I'm tired of seeing him do movies that he doesn't belong doing. You know, apparently there's, you know how Amazon had gotten the rights to God of War?
Oh yeah.
There's rumor going around that he was signed on to do Kratos, and no one wants it. No one wants it. No one wants to see him as Kratos, and neither do I. I don't like. No. I don't want fucking Kratos dropping the people's elbow and giving the eyebrow and shit, because he does that in all of his fucking movies, dude.
Yeah, he always has a wrestling element in there.
Yeah, and it's just like I don't want it. I really don't want it. But regardless, I'm not going to get on that. I'm not going to get stuck on him. He has never done a horror movie, so hopefully we never have to talk about him on this show or any other show not related to movies, at least.
He likes doing everything, so eventually he will.
I hope not. I really don't think he would be suitable for a horror movie. I can't think of one.
Muscly man.
I can't think of one horror movie.
Maybe if he played like a behind a mask type character,
he would never do it. He's too much of an A-class.
He would never do
He's one of those ones that like most A-class actors will never hide their face.
They'll never,
because their face is what makes them money. So no, I don't think I really doubt that The Rock will ever do a horror movie. And you know what? I hope he doesn't, because I don't think he could.
No, I hope he doesn't make a horror movie. I hope he doesn't run for president like he's been claiming. God, no.
Oh, God, no. I think that's just a joke, but I mean, no.
I'm hoping.
Because you want to talk woke.
You want to talk woke and liberal?
Oh, man. Jesus Christ. But no, I hope he never gets. You know what? To be honest with you, I can't think of one wrestler besides one that was okay. I can't think of one wrestler to this date that has made a decent horror movie.
I disagree a little bit. I thought the Kane movies were amazing.
He did okay. I think he did okay.
Low budget movies. They were great little WWE studio movies.
My problem, here's the thing. You know what my problem with those movies were? He was still Kane.
Oh, he was.
And that pissed me off. Like, he was supposed to be acting. The way he walked, his facial expressions, the way he acted, everything. It was all Kane.
He wasn't little words that he had, because he barely talked throughout the movie. Yeah. He was just he was a mute killer, basically.
Like, don't get me wrong, it wasn't a horrible movie. By no means was it a horrible movie. But it wasn't great. It wasn't great.
Straight to DVD type movie. So
neither one. The second one, I hate it. I hated the second one. First one was okay. The first one was actually a decent horror movie. It wasn't great, but it was a decent horror movie.
Or the kids trapped in the house, the big house or whatever.
A big big apartment complex or whatever the fuck it was, or some shit.
Like a big ass something. Yeah.
The second one was just like, it didn't need to happen. It really didn't need to happen. That was just them cashing in. That's what that was.
Oh, it was. Absolutely. They had some success with the first one, so why not?
Yeah.
That's what that was, yeah.
And that was back when they were doing the whole WWE films thing. I don't even know if they do that anymore.
I don't think that's even around anymore.
I hope it's not.
A couple good movies came out of that. Not in the horror genre.
Okay.
Movies came out of that.
Indulge me. I got
even though Steve Austin movies. What was it called? I can't remember the names right now. Or
I know what you're talking about. Where they're all trapped on the island. No, that wasn't a WWE film.
Oh, it wasn't? It just had Stone Cold?
That was his Stone Cold. The one where they were trapped on the island and he had to fight to get off and shit. Yeah, that wasn't a WWE film.
That people had the cameras watch. It was like a reality type.
As far as I know, Steve Austin has never done all the films that he's done were all indie films. He's never done a WWE film, as far as I'm aware of.
The Marines are pretty good with Randy Orton.
I hate him.
Went to Ted DiBiase, I think it was.
And then The Miz.
That's what it was. I think it was The Miz.
No, Ted DiBiase did it too. And you know what? I hated them all.
Do it? Okay.
Randy Orton even played in a movie. Hated that too.
They were all right.
Big Show was the worst.
Oh, he did the Big Show did that basketball movie, wasn't it?
No, it's the one with the kids or some shit. He was doing something with the kids. It was that kid movie. I don't remember what the name of it, but it was bad. It was just fucking bad.
I don't remember. I know the one with what's her name? The girl that got fucked by oh my god. The guy from The New Day. The funny guy, the one with the trumpet. Yeah, Paige. Yeah, she did the movie, the wrestling movie. That was garbage.
Those were good pornos too.
Oh yeah, they sure were. They sure fucking were. I mean, he
I
gave
watched
it to
them
her.
all.
He
I watched
He
them
fucking
all.
gave it to her while the other guy's just sitting there with the camera. Like
He's
zooming
like, yeah,
in.
like, man, get it, girl, get it. And I'm like,
Like, when do I get some? Like,
right? No, but there's other ones where he was getting it too.
oh yeah. No,
He was a wrestler too. I forget his name. He was another wrestler. I can't remember what his name was.
I don't like to badmouth any woman, no matter what she does for her. But I mean, she went around that locker room. Understand?
Oh, she was a bad bitch though.
She was a bad bitch, though.
I mean, come on. It is what it is.
I mean,
if you got it, you got it, right?
If that's how you make money, hey, make a career that way, whatever. Hey.
But I digress.
Anyway.
I do digress. I don't want to get too crazy into that.
We sure do.
Yeah. Point being, though, I think this movie should have gotten a lot more love than it did.
Yeah.
Because we're running low. I want to make sure we get everything out.
Let's see the second guy. He did a great job too. Nicholas Hunt or whatever.
Yeah. No, everybody, even Aquafina.
I just learned so much about her today, dude. Oh my god, she's a funny woman.
She's funny. No, Aquafina, she's hilarious. She got her. The movie did exactly what it needed to do.
Yeah.
It did exactly what it needed to do. I do not hate this movie. I think this movie should have done way better, dude. The gore was on, like it was funny.
Oh,
it was gory.
Funny.
Like he punched the dude's head off, and it fucking went across the block. Like
a lot of it was just so over the top that it was perfect.
Yeah, fucking ripped the dude. He ripped the one dude's arms off and started beating everybody with the arms and shit.
With it and shit. Yeah,
throwing them like spears and shit. It was a very over the top bloody movie that was funny.
When the one bad guy was holding on to the girl, what's her name again?
Yeah, and he like fucking surfboarded him down and shit.
Surfboarded his behind the floor, and then when he hit the floor, the explosion of blood.
Yeah, and he's sitting there just like smiling at her and waving like, "Hey!" Like
he was waving on the way down and shit.
Yeah, like it was actually even the I forget her name. Hold on, I'm gonna tell you. I was surprised that she was in it. She's in a lot of shit. She's been an actress for a very, very long time. Let me see. What is her?
Not Aquafina, right?
No, not Aquafina. I'm getting her name now. Oh man, I can't believe can't remember her name. Oh, here it is. I know she's got Shaha Aga. I'm gonna fuck this name up.
You mean her sister? Or?
No. Her name is Shaha Agdashio or whatever.
The Russian lady, the mob boss.
Yeah, the mom.
Yeah, the mob boss. Yeah, the Russian. I think
she's
Russian,
in a
right?
lot. I don't. Her name is. I have no idea.
Her voice is so familiar.
No, it's iconic. She's in every dude. She's in everything. Almost every video. She's in so many video games. She's in so many shows. So sci-fi. She was the main character in The Expanse. She's a main character. She was a main voice in Destiny. She's all over the place. She's been doing voices for a long time.
It's that raspy ass deep voice for a female. Yeah, it's nuts.
I'm trying to remember what she was just recently in besides this. She was in something else too. But regardless, she's in a lot of shit. And I was surprised to see her in this. I enjoy anytime she always plays some kind of shady character.
Oh yeah, she's always bad or
always something. Yeah,
shadowy
and she does a good fucking job of it.
Yeah,
I want
to have certain roles in life, and
she always plays some shady ass character, and she plays the role beautifully. Yep. Everybody else go ahead.
Now the son, the one that then got the powers from Dracula. Who is he? He's so.
I don't know who he is. But I mean, the actor's name. The actor's name is Ben Schwartz.
That's what it was. Yeah, he's familiar looking, but
I've seen his face, but I don't know. Off the back of my head, I'm not entirely sure on what he's.
I know he's in something that's playing right now because he's just so familiar.
I couldn't tell you.
I don't know if he was on the new season of Game of Thrones or
no,
whatever the new. No, it wasn't.
No, he was never in. He was never in. Or are you talking? Oh wait. Are you talking House of the Dragon, or are you talking
House of the Dragon? Yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't know that. I haven't as of right now. I haven't watched into
that, but I know he's on something that I've been watching because his voice is familiar and his can't pinpoint.
Yeah, that I don't know. House of the Dragon. I won't say he's not in that because I have. Unfortunately, I haven't gotten to that one yet, but I will.
New season's coming out soon, so You'll be behind.
I'm going to make this quick and short because I don't want to kill too much time on this because we only got a few more minutes before we got the score. I'm waiting for the Jon Snow spinoff.
Yes, me too.
If they don't cancel it, because there's rumors that they might cancel it, and that would be a stupid fucking idea.
It sure would be, yeah.
Because that is something I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for the Jon Snow spinoff that goes after Game of Thrones. Because that whole House of the Dragon shit, that's a prequel. Which is fine. It's all that cool. I want after Game of Thrones, and I'm looking forward to the Jon Snow one. But I won't go too far in that. I don't want to go too far in it. We'll leave that for our shorts, our movie shorts that we want to do, or in show shorts. But yeah, this movie, I do believe it should have gotten a lot more love. It was comical in all the right places. Nick Cage, again, I am all for Nick Cage 2.0.
Oh yeah,
like I will support. Yeah, anything really. I'm you know what? I just want to see more of Nick Cage. I want to see I want to see a second resurgence. There's a couple actors that I would love to see make a comeback. And Nick Cage is one of them, and he's working on it. I would love to see Jim Carrey make a comeback, but but a more serious role.
Well, like 21, right, or whatever that movie was.
23,
yeah.
That was a great suspenseful. That was a psychological horror movie, and
yes, it was.
Oh man, it was such a beautiful
and a great
film.
One. And he could do both. He could do comedy and suspense.
He's only ever done a handful. He's only ever done a handful because he did. He's done a handful of serious films. Only a handful. I mean, even Cable Guy was kind of a. I won't call it a horror movie, but it was like a creep movie.
I never seen that one.
He was a person with a he was like a psych. He had an obsession problem. Okay. And he got obsessed with this guy. He was a cable guy, and he went to install cable, and the guy gave him a compliment, and because he had this disorder where he was like he had no friends and shit, he automatically was like, oh, we're best friends now, and he got obsessed with the guy, and it got real weird.
Oh shit! Yep.
But again, at Jim Carrey's peak of horror movies was 23, and I always said I wanted to see more of that Jim Carrey. But right now, Jim Carrey's on a resurgence. He's kind of like in a different. He's in a different path right now. He's not doing movies. He's not really doing Hollywood, and I respect that.
What is he doing? I don't know.
He's kind of like fuck Hollywood and fuck the government and fuck everybody. He's kind of on a hippie trip right now, and he's just trying to find himself again. He's just like I don't know. He hates Hollywood and shit, and it's weird. It's hard to see your.
I can't blame him for hating Hollywood.
But it's just I would like to see. But going back Nick Cage, I would like to see Nick Cage 2.0. I would like to see the. Apparently there was some rumors going around that they would do a Face Off 2. I'd watch it. But regardless of all that, this movie, I think it should have gotten a lot more love. If you haven't seen it already and it is still on Peacock. Go watch it. It is on Peacock as of the time of recording. If it is not available on Peacock, look on your streaming service of choice. It is absolutely, you know what? I'd even go, okay, would you say...
Listen, if it's...
Go ahead.
Yeah, it's worth renting it. As long as it's under $5.
Yeah, the standard after release type shit, $5. Yes.
Yep.
I definitely say that.
If you don't want to subscribe or something, it is on Amazon Video.
Well, it says on Amazon Video. Yeah. So if you want to rent it, sure.
You have to pay for it, yeah. But if you don't want to subscribe and just rent
I wouldn't purchase it. I wouldn't purchase it because, I mean, once you...
I don't buy movies anymore. I really don't. I used to be a big collector of movies. Not no more.
I don't because I watch them
I
and
used to have them digitally as well, and I just stopped all that. That's the point.
No, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that I wouldn't. If I had the money to blow on something like that, I would, because there are a lot of movies that even my kids, I would love my daughter to watch some horror movies. My daughter loves horror movies, and there's like all the Nightmare on Elm Streets and all that shit. I would love to let her watch that.
I'm going to say about 6-7 years ago, my wife and I, we probably spent about, I don't know, a couple $1,000s on Vudu. And I lost the password in that account. So I can't retrieve none of those movies.
Well, you're my brother, and I love you, but that is an habitual thing of yours. That's why I have a reasonable amount of your passwords.
Yes. Yep. He does.
There's a reason for that.
And I wish he had my Vudu password because that was the cheapest place to buy movies at the time, at least 6 years ago. And we would just buy these movies, and I can't get to them anymore.
Well, the good thing about now, I don't know about you. This isn't even a plug because they're not paying me. most of the time, anything I rent is all off of Amazon Prime.
Yeah,
and you're not going to lose your Amazon Prime. I mean, that's your Amazon account, right? You don't you shop off that motherfucker, right? So
listen, I still won't put it past me, but it's more unlikely that.
Yeah, I mean, because that's a multi-purpose thing, like
yeah,
there's a lot of shit you would lose at that point. But no, this movie worth a rent. If you can get it on a streaming service, then watch it on the streaming service of your choice. If you're not and if you're really curious about it, it's worth a $5 rent.
Oh, it is. It is. I won't buy it, but it's definitely a
Give it love, because we have the power to change this stupid shit, and let's give this movie some love and treat it. Don't go into this movie like, again, this is not our typical horror venture. This is not slasher or gore or like spooky shit. This is a whole different a whole different take on it.
I never hear an actor and say that's going to be a bad movie. I always give the movie a chance. I'm the type of person, and I know you're a little stricter on this. I'm the type of person that when a character gets swapped in something, I still give that new character a chance just to see how he's going to continue the story. Like Spartacus, when they changed the main character, I remember you stopped watching. No,
I hated that. I stopped.
Yeah,
I didn't like it. I
continued, and I think he did a great job.
I tried. No, I didn't stop watching immediately. I didn't like that. I didn't like the actor.
Yeah, I even give. Yeah, I don't give too much focus on what the character have done before. I'm going to focus on
that. I'm not worried about. I can smell a dumpster fire from a mile away, though. I can tell you that. Like, for example, I'm going to go back. You're never going to live this down. Okay. You requested Red Snow. And I knew right from the trailer that movie was going to be dog shit. And it was dog shit. That one was absolute dog shit. And then what was the other movie that you requested that wasn't that? See, Scream I gave us I don't like Scream, but I gave that one a chance. Even though it was shit, I gave it a chance.
Yeah, that's more of a popular title, yeah. But yeah.
I think I know which one it was. I actually am the one that picked this out. I picked it out for you, knowing that this movie was going to be dog shit.
Clown movie.
Yeah. Big Top Evil.
Big Top Evil. Yeah.
I
enjoyed it.
I picked that out. That was one of my picks, and I picked that out basically for you because I knew you would get a kick out of it. But I knew I didn't know it was going to be that fucking bad.
Oh, it wasn't that bad.
It was fucking bad. Like, my left testicle could make a better movie than that. Like,
I did impress you with that whole X, didn't I?
No, you did. You did. You absolutely did. That one. I went in. I didn't think it was going to be dog shit, but I just thought it was going to be a very just titties and blood. But it was more than that. I mean, it was still titties and blood, but it was more.
I mean, I'll admit to you that I even was amazed at that movie because when I chose it, I just thought it was going to be a titty movie. You know what I mean? It was more than that. It was a great film.
All in all, watch this movie, guys. Renfield, if you're in the mood for something a little different, something comedic horror, right? Because that's a rarity, right? I think the last comedy horror movie I seen, not counting scary movies, okay, like the actual scary movie, you know those? Remember? Scary Movie 1, Scary Movie 2? Not counting those. The last actual...
Make a new one.
Maybe, sure. I'd watch it, I guess. But the last one was with Eddie Murphy, and it was Vampire in Brooklyn. And that was a little more horror than comedy because it was made, I believe, by Bram Stoker. Or not Bram Stoker. Ooh, who's the one that made Freddy?
I
say Bram Stoker. I'm ashamed of myself. I can't believe I'm...
What the fuck?
I'm not going to waste too much time on that. Fuck it. If you think of it while we're talking, then by all means say. But yeah, that was made by the same people who made Freddy, and that was a little more horror than it was comedy. Wes Craven. Yeah. I believe that was Vampire in Brooklyn was Wes Craven, but it was still Eddie Murphy, so there were still hints of comedy in there. Good movie, but it was still. I think that was the last one. That's similar to this one, except those. So all in all, I'd say go watch it. But I think it is time for our scoring system. We're actually a little 5 minutes over what we normally do. But we are at the point where we do this now. So let's get into the scoring while we still have time. So as we do this, we have a new one now. Of course, if you're watching, if you've been watching the other episodes, you probably already know that we probably added this in. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ratings, and then 7 overall. We have 6 ratings. The 6th one is our overall rating, of course. I believe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes. The first 4 we do are on acting, story, gore, and production. Then we do our woke meter, and then we go over to our overall. So now I will turn it over to VC Lauren. What do you give the score for the acting of Renfield?
I'm going to give it a 5.
Wow.
A solid 5.
Wow.
Yeah, I thought. Let me tell you why. Because I think his acting of Dracula was superb. He was definitely good for the role. I thought the younger kid, I can't, Nicholas, whatever his last name is, I think he also did a great job. And even the girl as a cop did a good job. She's something.
No.
But she did a good job.
I do agree that everybody did a good job. I couldn't give it a 5, right? I mean, but I do believe Nick Cage, like as much as I am a supporter of Nick Cage 2.0, he's still a wonky actor. He's not the best actor in the world by no means.
But I think that's what did it for me, and the wonkiness in his face, the shit he kept saying and everything. It was good.
No, he's a good. Like I said, he was good for the role. I couldn't give it a 5. I landed up giving it a 4.5. So it's always set behind. So yeah, so still solid on the acting. I mean, it's not bad. Yeah. It's not bad. All right. So, what would you give for story?
The story I thought was well done. Mind you, this is the after the original ones from the 30 or whatever.
Yeah.
And it just I thought the story was great. I'm also gonna give the story a 5.
Wow.
The story was on par. It was great. It had 2 different elements. It had the whole Dracula element and his servant. It also had the cop element with her wanting the revenge and all that stuff. And it was well done. I thought it was split down the middle perfectly.
Okay, I mean,
it was broken down well.
This is surprising. I think you might have enjoyed this movie more than I did.
I did. Just wait till we get to the overall, man.
Holy shit. So okay, I couldn't give the story a 5. It was a good. I give it a 4, and the reason I give it a 4 is it wasn't a bad story by any means, but it was. I mean, it was Dracula. I mean, Dracula's trying to take over the world. It was a spin off the original. It wasn't anything like unique. It wasn't like they were trying anything new. It was a fairly generic story, but well done for what it was. It wasn't bad, but it was a generic story. It wasn't like, oh, that was original or that was a cool take or anything like that.
It was no brain buster, but at the same time, I thought it was
it was good. I can't give it a 5, but I give it a 4. It was a good story. It wasn't a great story. It was a good story. It was good for what it was. Now, if this was trying to be anything else other than what it was, I would give it a lower score. But because it knew what it was trying to be, it wasn't trying to be something complex. It wasn't trying to be something.
It didn't overstep itself.
It knew exactly what it was trying to do, and it did exactly what it. Now, it didn't make it a great movie, but it made it okay. So yeah, all right. So I mean, that's fair. Okay, so the gore score. What would you give the gore score for it?
I'm also going to give that a 5. I'll be honest with you.
Holy fucking shit! God damn.
Absolutely adored the gore. It was just well done. Some of it was over the top, and I enjoyed that. Sometimes when you watch movies and the gore, come on, that's stupid. No, in this case, it was done well.
No, I have no issue with the gore. I thought the gore was
I mean, like I said, my best part was the whole shitting himself.
Yeah, shitting out his asshole. Got kicked in the stomach and his asshole flew out.
I'm gonna be honest with you, that's unique gore right there because I've never seen that in any other movie.
I've seen that in other platforms, kind of.
Have you? Yeah, I've never seen it quite like that.
But here's the thing. I can't give it a 5.
No, not either.
No, I can give it a 4, and the reason why I can give it a 4 is I've seen better gore. Like, here's the problem. You know what movie ruined it for me with gore? Terrifier.
Yeah.
That's my feeling right now.
Yeah, like what can beat? I don't think there's nothing that's gonna be able to beat that.
I don't
for a
think.
while,
Yeah, I don't
mean,
think anything, and,
yeah.
except maybe Terrifier 3.
I was gonna say, you know who's gonna beat Terrifier? Terrifier 3.
Yeah.
That's the only. Yeah,
So
yeah. No, I get that.
I gave Terrifier. Now that's not to say that a gore movie can't get 5. I've seen other movies that could have gotten 5. I don't think this one, for me personally, it wasn't like I didn't look at the gore and go, oh, like with fucking Terrifier. I looked at it and I was like, oh shit, oh my god, wow.
You're crunching yourself, yeah.
Yeah, it was appreciated fucking horribleness.
I just like the way the gore was done in his movie. Most of the gore happened while he was in his hero stage after he ate the bug and everything.
Yeah.
It was all slow motion and blood just floating everywhere in slow motion.
It was fun. I enjoyed the gore. It was fun. That's what it was.
Yeah.
It was comedic in a lot of ways. It was fun. Again, like I said, I can't give it a 5, not because it wasn't bad. It's just because, I mean, hell, what was that that one movie with the fucking chick that had the face? No, not that one. There was a couple other movies that I seen that did have, even besides Terrifier, that had better gore than this movie. I can't think of which ones they're off the back of my head, but I have seen even like Terrifier probably gets for gore, probably gets a seal. It got a seal of approval.
You know what the difference was with this? The gore in this movie was cinematic.
Sure, absolutely. It was more over the top action gore.
It was more over the top. He kind of looked like a superhero doing all the gory shit and everything. So maybe that's what attracted me. Yeah, it was very cinematic, very.
I mean, we're still meeting it down the line, so I mean, it's not so bad. It's not like we're giving shit. All right, so what do you give for production?
I don't think you'll like me today.
You could give it
a 5, man. It was beautiful.
I mean, I'm not. Well, again, I'm not gonna. I didn't give it a 5.
No,
no, I didn't give it a 5. Because I try to reserve 5s and seals for the really the soundtrack blows me away. Everything blows me away.
Yeah, definitely. I didn't give none of it a C. I mean, it wasn't, but it was.
I gave it a 4.5. I gave it a 4.5. It was
so
good.
It was there. It just
it wasn't. I saved the 5s and the seals for the stuff that really, really hits. Like everything was perfect. Everything's got to be almost perfect to get a 5, but everything's got to be on point to get a fucking seal, right? This wasn't bad. A 4.5 is still way above average. It's still good. I just can't give it a 5. But still, I'm not going to dunk on you for giving it a 5. I can't give it a 5. So, but still, 4.5 to 5 is still not bad.
And it even had nothing to do. There was a Nicolas Cage movie because I loved Mandy too.
Yeah, no.
It was it was done.
So I think he honestly as production wise, and again we'll go back to this. You're the motherfucker that gave Mandy on a production level a fucking seal of approval.
That was a piece of art, and I'll stick to that, man. That fucking, but dude, people go out there and watch that movie. It was a piece of art.
It was a good movie, but I still don't think for the production, for the production of it.
Yes,
I don't think it deserved a seal of approval. But
it was a piece of art.
But regardless, this is a whole totally. This one's definitely higher production quality than Mandy.
Oh yeah.
Had a lot more money behind it too. I think Mandy only had a couple million behind it.
Yeah, it goes to you don't need a lot of money to make art.
No, you don't. Yeah. So now moving on to we did our gore score. We did our production. What about the woke meter?
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. I barely did not hear any wokeness. You actually had to point it out to me.
It was very tiny. Yeah. And it wasn't even that bad.
Yeah. So I just stick to the 1 because we can't give it a 0.
It didn't move the needle.
It
didn't move the needle. It did not move the needle. It was, and this is the one score that should be low. So, if anything, it's getting the best possible score for that. Yeah. There should never be any wokeness in horror movies. Goddamn, leave it out. And there's already been one. There's already been one that we've done so far. I'm not going to say. You want to go watch it, You'll find out. But yeah. So far, out of the movies we've done, as of this time of recording this, we've already had one with the woke meter being moved.
Yeah.
But now, moving on to the final one, the overall, before we get the fuck out of here for the night. What do you give the overall rating for Renfield.
I can't give it nothing less than a 10 because if I gave
Oh
it
my
the
God.
over 5, if I gave it the
You pretty much 5 on
production
the board.
5, yeah, so there'd be no it would make no sense if I give this a
Wow.
9. So it's a solid
Wow.
10.
I didn't
I'm gonna
think
be honest with you. I went into this movie with low hopes. I told you that before even the show. And I'm glad you suggested this movie. I really fucking enjoyed it.
that
This
is.
was one of those movies.
Oh wow.
Normally I take bathroom breaks during my movies or a snack break. I saw this whole thing from beginning to end.
It's just that's
I did.
fucking wild.
I did.
Don't get me
understand how
wrong. I
movie didn't
enjoyed
do
this
well in the
movie.
theaters.
Like I said, it was a good movie. I don't know. I wouldn't give it a 10.
No?
No,
Let's hear it.
no.
Let's hear it.
It's not. It's. You're probably not gonna like my score.
Okay.
My overall score, it's still above average,
Mhm.
but I gave it a 7.5. I gave it a 7.5.
Okay.
It's still above average. If we have the bar at 5 is average, below is below average, above it's still above average, right? It's still not bad. It's still worth a watch, but I can't give Renfield a 10.
No?
No. I've seen far better movies. Mind you, I'm a lot more critical when it comes to it.
Oh, you are. You're definitely more stricter in some production elements and everything.
Coming from a producer standpoint, like because
Right.
I myself I enjoy production, I enjoy producing, I enjoy writing and all that other bullshit when it comes to stories and shit. So coming from that, it's just like it's not a bad film. It is definitely Renfield is definitely worth a watch, but it's about a quarter above average, right? There's nothing in this movie that makes me say, "Oh my God, you need to get to it right now and watch this movie." Like that would be a 10.
Movie?
That would be a 10 right now. If I were to say it's a 10, it would be like, "Yo, you need to like Terrifier." Terrifier was a fucking seal of approval.
Yeah,
That's something you need to go watch right now, right?
It's not a Terrifier, but see, they're two different type of horrors too, in my opinion.
No, they are. I'm not trying to compare them as far as because one's a horror comedy, the other one's a horror slasher.
It's a dark horror.
Yeah.
Man. Fucking Terrifier is nuts.
But if we're going by our normals, but again, we judge everything equally on the show.
Oh yeah.
So if we have to judge, I have to be a little more strict because, unfortunately, because of that, its competition would be a Terrifier, right? If Terrifier, let's just say, if it hasn't happened, which I don't think it's going to be, if Terrifier 2, if Terrifier 2, let's just use Terrifier 2. If Terrifier 2 was in season 2 right now, it would be direct competition.
It would be, yeah, with the scores, yeah.
Yeah. So that's why it's like if I have to do that, then I have to be a little more choosy about my scores. And that's why I say this one gets a 7.5. It's not that it's bad. It's a good movie. Go watch it. Definitely worth a watch. But it's not, oh my God, you need to run out to your local movie theater and watch it or any of that other shit. Like, I wouldn't pay to see it in movies. I wouldn't even buy the movie. Rent it. If at the very least, rent it or watch it on a streaming service.
It's worth a rental.
Yeah, it's worth a rental at the very least, or watch it on your streaming service. But I would not, unless again, as much as I am a supporter of Nick Cage 2.0, this is still not at his prime work yet.
Yeah. No, I don't buy movies anymore, so I won't buy. Period. I don't buy any movie. I don't even own Terrifier. No point.
I would if I could.
Would you?
Yeah,
I wouldn't even bother.
I would. Just because there's a few things left in my soul that touched me in a right place, and as a horror fan, that's that right there.
Oh, it's a slasher horror fan. Yeah, that's my top movie.
He is my number 2. I've told you this before. Art the Clown is my number 2.
He's my number 1.
I can't say he's my number 1 because Freddy's still my number 1.
Yeah. You see, you're a Freddy guy. You know who clown-wise, I used to hold higher.
Well, you like Pennywise.
Yeah, I like Pennywise, but no more. I mean,
horror characters overall. Art the Clown is definitely my number 2. Freddy being my number 1. Chucky probably being my number 3.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's my top 3 right there. And don't get me wrong. Like I like the Michael Myers and you know what's funny about Jason? I don't hate Jason, But I'm not. I don't love Jason either.
No, he's a big old.
He's a big old tank
fucking-
that just.
Yeah,
And
big old
don't get me
tank that
wrong.
just stabs people.
He's fun to watch murder people, right?
Right.
But that's about it. There's nothing dramatic about the story. There's nothing to really love about the character unless you want to say I love the way he kills people. That's it. Same thing with Michael Myers. I hate Michael Myers.
Do you?
I hate Michael Myers. Michael Myers, I've never liked. I thought Michael Myers has always been the most boring character I've ever. I don't know. I just never liked it. I thought Michael Myers was a try to capitalize off of Leatherface or even Jason Voorhees.
Jason Voorhees himself. Yeah.
Like, don't be wrong. I'm not. Of course, Michael Myers has a special place in the horror Mount Rushmore, right?
Oh yeah, of course.
But like, you can't have horror without Michael Myers. But he is definitely lower on my totem pole. I think I like Jigsaw. I like Jigsaw more than I like fucking.
Jigsaw's fun. I think my worst character is definitely fucking Ghostface. Hate that fucking character.
No, I hate Ghostface. Ghostface can suck a big old bag of dicks. I hate Ghostface.
Yeah, with that big gaping mouth of his, you can fit like 10 dicks in there.
I would gladly just to throw that one away and not ever have to exist. Like, I don't see the purpose in keeping that around. And I know that's going to piss a lot of people off because a lot of people like Ghostface and Scream, but I don't.
No, a lot of people put him in a pedestal with the Freddy since all these
He's
videos
not.
I watch.
Just because Wes Craven, that's who I was thinking of, Wes Craven. Because Wes Craven, my bad, I said Craven. Just because Wes Craven made the Scream movie and made Freddy doesn't mean that Scream was a good movie. That was one of his not so good movies. It is what it is.
Yep. You can't win them all.
No, Scream. What it is, he tried to capitalize on what was popular at the time, teenagers and stupid shit like that, and movies. Like, it was a parody. It was a parody of horror movies. I just didn't like it. I thought the movie was insulting. All of them. I haven't watched the new one yet. I might not.
Yeah, I agree with that one. May have to skip that one. That'll be a personal watch. I'll just watch it. What?
I don't know. I don't think we're gonna do it on the show. But
no.
But I might watch it just to watch it.
Yeah, it's a personal watch.
If you know what, if I hate it as much as I think I might, we might have to do a show on it, just to fucking dunk on it.
Just to dunk on it, yeah.
If it's as bad as I think. But yeah, no. Overall, like I said, this movie was good. I think it's worth a watch. If you guys like it, go watch it. Yeah, I think that sums up our discussion on Renfield.
Yeah, great movie.
So make sure to get over to noblegi.com to check out all the episodes that you haven't seen already, season 1 and season 2. If you like sci-fi movies, you can go check out our first. It's kind of like it's a semi one of the Quest. It's like a pilot series. It's like a pilot one. We only did 10 episodes of that.
Yeah.
But if you like the Quest, maybe we'll do a season 2. We don't know.
I tell you what, there were some good doozies in that season.
Sure, there was.
There are like 2 of them. Yeah.
Just not enough to make a full season. Sadly.
Nope.
Maybe we'll branch off and we'll expand our horizons a little more, and we'll see what happens if we do decide to do a season 2. But yeah, make sure to get over to noblegi.com. Check out all those episodes, gaming and insight side. You like gaming? We got a lot of gaming stuff. You like the insight side of things, where we have Attacking the Topic, we have Grimm Tales the podcast, we have the Quest, and God knows what else we have at that time. Check that shit out there. So I mean, we got a lot of stuff, and then of course we got merch. Get yourself some sexy ass Grimm Tales merch. We got a really nice jersey over there. Okay,
yes,
I'll plug that jersey. All right, that's a really really nice fucking jersey. So yeah, you get yourself a Grimm Tales podcast jersey among any other Noble products that you would like. Make sure to check it out, guys. It's all on noblegi.com. Merch is there, schedules there. All past shows are all on demand is there. Live intro, like everything you need to know. And our affiliations, Synthpop Radio, VNG Dev, and Abomination Realm, all on noblegi.com. And for all those listeners, that's nobullgi.com. We didn't forget about you guys. All you listeners out there who don't see our beautiful faces, make sure to check it out. They're all over there, okay? The audio versions are not there. We might put them in a form, kinda, because we might. I think I'm gonna introduce some kind. If it hasn't already, we might do the Spotify features for the podcast. for the audio versions, but I don't
Yeah.
know. We'll see what happens.
Well, we'll see what happens. Yeah.
We will see. That's all to be seen. But again, NobleGI.com. Check it out. Synthpop Radio is over there as well. Check all that shit out there. It's all there for your guys' enjoyment.
Yep.
Not a
My
bad
headquarters
film.
up there too.
Yeah. Not a bad film. Definitely worth a good watch. I don't hate it. I have nothing really to complain about with this film. So
No, I definitely didn't.
I think with that said, I think it is time to get the hell out of here. Yeah.
Absolutely. Enjoy the rest of your your weekend. Yeah,
Weekend. Yeah. That's Friday.
Enjoy
The rest of your weekend. Fucking hopefully you guys have a great one. Make sure to, like I said, check out our Sunday times. You can check me out on Sundays. You can check I'm live gaming on Sundays at 6:55 7 o'clock p.m. EST. You can check VC Lauren live gaming 7:55 8 p.m. EST on Mondays. You can also find us live for Attacking the Topic on Thursdays at 7:55 8 p.m. EST on the YouTube channel. Make sure you're watching this. Like, follow, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Stay up to date with all things Noble. Get yourself some merch and have a great fucking night. But yeah, I think it's time to get going.
Peace, guys.
Peace out, guys, and we will see you when we see you.
Peace.